So this is a Bernedoodle. He's a big puppy. His name is Barney. So if you see him in the neighborhood, please say hi. It's going to help with his socialization. Now, he's in our board and train program. So it's a 5-week program, and this could be a tip for other dog trainers that are watching it, or for people that want to sign up for the program and just want more information on it. So the 5-week program, the first week I have to get to know him. We have to have a relationship. He can't just show up and I start telling him what to do because he's not in my pack. He doesn't know me. The second week, we start to work on environmental training. And this is the first time that he's on a grooming stand. So he doesn't know what to do. Environmental training, and if you want to put a percentage on it, it could be 90% environment, 10% commands, 95% environment, 5% of commands. I would make sure that when we go outside that he's not skittish, that we can go past businesses as they open. He could walk over the grades, not get spooked out by loud noises, so on and so forth. Say hi to other people, greet other dogs, walk nicely on the leash. The third week, it's going to be, okay, we want to start introducing commands. More of the sits, more of the downs, a lot of touching, because I want to prepare him for going to the vet. I want to prepare him for going to the groomer, making sure he's okay, that I could touch the paws, that I could do the nails. All of this we do from beginning to end. Then the fourth week is going to be these commands. You have to listen to me in front of other dogs, cats, squirrels, and birds. The fifth week is going to be that the dog has to listen under sufficient distractions on and off leash, which gets a little bit tricky. So when we are doing the training, we're concentrating more on the dog behaving in his environment, not jumping, not mouthy. And in this particular case, the pup had a problem with peeing and pooping outside. So the owners told me in the house is where he prefers to do it. We could walk him for 2 hours, and the moment that we get home, he'll pee and poop in the house. Well, a little bit of the answer to that is the dog never found an advantage for peeing and pooping outside. So you need to have a good system, and you need to have good equipment for exerting the dog's energy. So to the right would be the fire pail slot mill. And especially now in January where it's very cold, we have a short walk outside. I could come back, hook him up to good equipment, and he could run at top speed, however he wants to do. That's going to exert his energy, and then we go back to training. For the potty stuff work, which a lot of households can do, we teach the dog crate training. So I put the dog into the crate, and there's going to be a system that I do. He goes to the crate, he's in there nicely. I come, he didn't poop, he didn't pee in the kennel, the crate. He gets an opportunity to receive his existential food or his paycheck. So now I'm building hope. If you don't pee and poop in your kennel, I'm going to pay you food. So in our system, there's no free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner, nothing like that. The dog has to learn advantages and disadvantages. After the dog understands that he gets paid for having not peeing in the crate, take him outside. If he pees and poops outside, another opportunity to get love, to get a paycheck, to get food, so on and so forth. And we kind of continue this back and forth. Now, in the neighborhood, the dog was scared of walking on the leash. The dog was scared of walking over the grades for commercial businesses. You know, on the floor of the grades that open up and close. Terrified of that. He didn't want to pee and poop outside because he didn't feel an advantage to do so. So during the weeks of the board and train, we have a system. It takes time. And there's nothing I could do in a week. There's nothing I could do in 2 weeks for a board and train. A good board and train is usually about 4 to 5 weeks. So we could go over having a relationship, and we could start teaching the dog to work for the money, work for the food. And if you do better behavior, then I will give you a paycheck. So that's building hope in the exercises. Then it's going to be desensitization. I want to make sure that if I go to the vet, that the vet, the professional, the vet, the groomer, is going to have a wonderful time checking out the pup, grooming the dog. Then it's going to be nutrition. We have to concentrate on what the dog is supposed to eat for the day. So for every board and train, we have a scale. We weigh the dog on the scale. We record the weight each week. And of course, the dog is going to lose like a pound or two, but also that's going to build desire and drive for him to want to work for the food more. So the reason why we do that is if you're saturated with the food, or if your system is you have a puppy, you give him free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner, in the middle of that you want to use treats to train the dog and the dog's not listening to you, well, in that system, the dog is going to be like, why should I listen to you if I know that you're going to pay me anyway? And that's what a lot of households have trouble with. It's kind of like if I had a business and every Friday you did the bookkeeping and you came and I paid you $200 to do the bookkeeping for my business. And that's on Friday. The day before, Thursday, you play a lottery scratch off and you win $25 million. Do you think you're going to show up to my job on Friday just to get $200? No, you're gonna do whatever you want because you're saturated with the money and the hustle is gone. For the dogs, we want them to be in a state of mind where they're hustling for the money and they want to do work. And the work we consider behavior. He does more sits, he does more downs, he's in the kennel, he doesn't pee and poop in the kennel, he's doing more peeing and pooping outside. That's all an advantage to get your paycheck. So this could be a good tip for people that are doing board and trains. We don't do 1 or 2 week board and trains because there's nothing that we could do in that amount of time. We usually do about 4 or 5 weeks for the board and train and possibly even more just to work out additional behaviors that we want the dog to find an advantage to do. So this is Dog Trainer Rob. Any questions you have, any discussions, just leave them in the comment section. I would love to answer them. And if you see Bernie in the neighborhood, please say hi because it's going to help out with the training. And see you guys next video.